Darvin, you don't see a ton of standing ovations, right, for a road player. What did you make of LeBron tonight?
It's incredible. Told him in the huddle before his last little stretch, and he ultimately sucked him out. Just extremely thankful that he packed the cake on the road trip. He needed all 9 of those threes, kind of dropped the rope in terms of what we were doing that established the lead. Came out in the third quarter, turned the ball over way too much. But that said, you have to just overcome this thing and don't have time to complain and moan about what's the negative that's happening to you in the moment. You just got to keep fighting, keep scratching, and try to figure it out to correct the situation that you're in. And we were able to do that by some huge shot making by him. Our guards did a great job, defensive rebound, and A did a great job as always, defensive rebounding. Rui, and Brian caught fire and just carried us home.
You mentioned the turnovers. I think it was 10 in the third quarter after 5 in the first half. Trying to integrate another guard into things, some different lineups. Was that any part to do with it, or was there just?
I obviously have to go back and look at the tape, but I thought a lot of guys turned down some looks, and when you do that, you put yourself up against the 8 ball because now the rhythm is off. Whether we're posting the ball up, playing on a pick and roll, or driving the ball, once the ball is swung, that swing, you either got to shoot it or drive it to score. And I felt like we just, whether the ball didn't feel right and it hit certain guys' hands. I don't know what the case was. Again, we'll go back and look at it, but we didn't shoot in rhythm. Didn't feel like we were shot ready on a couple of those possessions, and a couple other ones we just mishandled the ball. And so, it's just great to win in spite of all those hiccups, but we got to tighten it up because in this journey to the playoffs, we got to be able to put together consistent, productive possessions on both sides of the ball. And offensively, we can't, allow the teams to get life just based off our mistakes. We got to force them to work in order to score and be successful against our defense.
Go. This is the third time that Rui's had a double-double with rebounds in the past 4 games. We've talked about this about him. Just how much do you guys have to consistently remind him? I think last game he didn't have a single rebound, and now he comes back and bounces back with, I think, 10 tonight. Yeah,
it's something that we constantly challenge him on. Tonight, it was a little bit different with no Jackson out there. So he had to play some minutes at the 5, and he was determined to go out there and not just try to get in position for the ball to come to him, but to go snatch some rebounds. He did a great job just going to get the ball. But that's a part of his game that I think he's working to get better at and working to be consistent. And so he was great tonight on the glass for sure.
Darvin, two for you. What did you think of Gabe, man, when he was able to give you? How did he look?
I thought for a guy that's been out that long, he came in, had some big possessions. Defensively, he was trying to get after it. Offensively, at times, it's going to come. He'll see his shot go in. But I think just him getting thrown out there, he had the only bucket off our bench, ironically. But he'll get there. It's going to take a little bit of time. But what I saw, as a guy trying to get his rhythm in the right area, like when you come back from that long of a layoff, the tendency is just how the ball feels, how the climate feels in terms of the torque, the force in which you out there on the court with 9 other guys playing at a very high level. You got to figure out that the little things are what is going to get you back in rhythm, and he did that. He started on the defensive end to find his rhythm. Had some tough matchups that he had to switch off on with Cam Thomas, Miles, and Dennis. And so I was encouraged by his pop and his speed, his energy, and he'll just continue to get better. We'll see how he feels once he wakes up in the morning.
Pre-game, Jared went through a pretty extensive on-court work. I saw you out there watching it. How encouraged are you with his progress and where he's at? And is there what's kind of next for him?
Just not to skip any steps, just to keep taking things day by day and don't listen to whoever's out there putting target dates on his return. Just maximize each day, try to get better each day, and just stick to the plan. Gabe had to do the same thing. JB has to do the same thing as well. Just stick to the plan.
We can't expect 9 for 10 type performances for LeBron every night from three, but there has been a consistency to his outside game this year. At times, it's been the best shooting percentage of his career from three. Just what does that part of his game do for your overall offense?
It's great because it frees it up for AD, it frees it up for AR, D'Lo, Rui. I mean, and he's worked feverishly on his shot. Like he's religiously in the gym, game days, non-game days, getting shots up, and a wide variety of different type of threes as well. So there's no surprise to me that not only tonight, but this whole entire year he's shot at a very high clip from three. But you know, he's a three-level scorer. When he's that consistent from the three-point line, and teams are having to blitz him, and you know, he's the best quarterback in the league in terms of breaking down defenses with his passing and getting guys in the right position, organizing the spacing and where guys are located before, you know, starting a possession. So it's just going to make him that much more dangerous.
Darvin, you mentioned the 2 points off the bench. The bench had more turnovers than points tonight, which is pretty rare for you guys. I know a lot of factors, no Jackson, Gabe coming back, first game back, but what do you need from the bench, I guess, more offensively, if anything, when I guess your starters are
just come in confident, man. Just come in confident. I thought our starter set a great tone, on the defensive end, generating points just with the defensive activity, holding those guys to one shot, the long kick aheads, the outlet passes that led to layups, dunks, open threes. Our bench, those guys have to sit there and see what the formula is and what's working and come out. You know, once they step on the floor, they enter the game, you got to be ready to hit the ground running, doing exactly what you just saw your teammates do to establish the lead. And so, and at the bottom line is just play with confidence. Don't second guess yourself. You know, just play with confidence. Don't think you're taking shots away from this person or this person. You open shooting. There's a lane drive. And someone steps in the way, be ready to pass it. It is as simple as that. Just believe in the process of playing the right way on offensive end consistently. That's it.
Thanks, Coach.
No, we'll bring a couple in here. Yeah. Should have been a plane. Yeah.